going on, guys, man? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy FatKat bringing you another video. Man, I just dropped off the kids at school today, so now I'm off to go do my thing and make some videos for you guys. This morning I'm going to hit up this Cars and Coffee. You know, it's weird because I never usually go to them. I've always wanted to go, obviously, and be a part of the community, man, but you know, with school and, well, you know, dropping the kids being in school and going to work and everything else, I just never did it. And then when I had time and when I was off, you know, I was like, man, I'd rather just rest. But now that I'm doing YouTube videos, you know, it gives me an excuse to hit these things up in the community. So hopefully we got some good things we can see out there, man. I'll see you guys when we get there. So that was a bust, not on their part, but on my part, because I'm a fucking idiot and I can't read the flyer, right? So it's actually tomorrow, not today. So that's cool, but that's right. That's all right. Anyway, I had another idea I was gonna go do today anyway. So we're gonna go do that, and then I'll see you guys when we get there. All right, stay tuned. All right, so we made it to the destination finally. You know, I came over here because in life, man, we always have to, you know, if you want to be successful or not even successful, but whatever it is that you're trying to do in life, you got to make sure that you put yourself around that. So for instance, if you want to be like an entrepreneur or something like that, you got to, I mean, you guys heard this before, you know, you have to put yourself around other entrepreneurs. You got to put yourself around other people that are doing the same kind of the things that you want to, you know, that you want to do. So if you got a certain goal that you want to get to, you want to make sure you put yourself around that as much as possible, even if you haven't reached it. But if you're striving to get there, you got to put yourself around that situation so that you constantly remind yourself, okay, this is what I'm trying to get, this is what I'm trying to do, whether it's materialistic or if it's just something about life or whatever the case. But with that being said, this is the reason why I came here today, and I brought you guys along with me. We are at Lamborghini, Sarasota. We're gonna go inside, we're gonna check out some of these cars and do a little bit of shopping. Maybe hopefully I might come back one day and actually do some shopping for real and we could, you know, do business with these guys. I met some of them already. They do seem pretty cool. So that's one thing I've always heard about Lamborghinis, that they always, you know, treat everybody almost the same, treat everybody fair. So let's see. So let's go inside and check them out. I'll edit you out, don't worry. You know, one thing you don't realize is how small these cars are, and you know, when you're standing next to them. is one of the first cars that, or first Lambos that I mean, obviously I've seen the Countach as well. I had posters on that, but this is one of the first cars that made me say, okay, I need to work, do something to be able to get a Lambo. Was the Diablo. I like this spec black on black. You know, you wouldn't normally think that for a Lamborghini, but this is actually pretty nice. You know, I think the red Lamborghini, it looks good in red, but I would never, if I ever had the opportunity to buy a Lamborghini, I would never buy one in red, because red is symbolic for Ferrari. So I could never, ever do a Lamborghini in red, even though they look good, obviously, but I would have to save that for if I ever purchase a Ferrari. When you think of Ferrari, you think of red, and that's like their staple color. So that's just me. I like this spec. I think this is paint too. It's not a wrap, this is paint. It looks really good. That gray with the red inside, two-tone red, they will always look good. Good, how you doing, sir? Just I got a YouTube channel, just bringing some viewers along.
Cool.
It's always cool to see Lamborghinis, right?
Yeah, man.
And Ferraris, of course.
Well, we're Lambo specific.
But yeah, but we'll focus on the Lamborghinis
That's
today.
right. Cool. What's the YouTube channel?
It's under my tag name, just FatKat.
FatKat?
Yeah,
Okay.
FatKat. I literally just started it about a week ago. So.
Oh, did you?
Yep.
Where you at?
I live in Tampa.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
So hopefully I'll be coming back here to film my delivery one day.
Nice.
I know he was saying that there was like a lot of these are owned, already owned by people.
Well, I do consignment, so like
Okay.
based on floor plan, things like that, you only have so much capital, have so many cars in stock, so I do
Right.
a floor plan, I do consignment on top of that.
Okay.
So some of the cars, like all four cars on the upper deck are all consignment cars. The Ferrari's a consignment car, the GT's a consignment car, the Mercy's a consignment car, the red Huracan, and then the balance of them I own. That's kind of our business model.
Okay. Because I was asking if there's anyone that I can like sit in or anything. I know a lot of them say don't touch or anything like that.
Yeah, I mean, we don't.
And that's more for like
do
my
that
personal
'cause,
things. I want to make sure I can fit in it when I come back to Gateway.
we kind of always protect in a sense like that. I mean, I can get you one for today just to do that, but we don't do it normally because accidents happen.
I got you.
And people that buy at this level, I mean, you'd be surprised if it's like that smell in here? You know,
Right,
so
right.
so-and-so's cologne. Well, bang, and they get
Right.
right out. You know, so it's really weird and quirky. Miles, smells.
Right.
You know, people
Understand.
sometimes drag their foot across, you know, and then scuff that leather. Accidents happen.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean,
You
I
know what I
understand
mean?
that
So-
too. I mean, if you're spending 250 grand, you want it to be perfect. I understand
like
that.
those cars are $500,000.
Right,
You know,
yeah,
So it's like,
the-
you know,
the-
you're gonna drop
it's-
$500,000. It's like, you know, you're gonna have to be a little quirky.
Understandable.
So,
I would
but
be
when
the
you
same
wrap
way.
up here, I'll get you in one of mine, and if you want to take a picture, that's fine.
Okay, cool. Thank you.
You got it.
Appreciate it. Yeah, man. So there you go, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I didn't do much talking because I was in such awe of being around the cars. That's really the first time that I've really been like. I've seen. God damn those notifications, man. I always tell myself to turn off the phone when I'm doing these videos, and I never do it. But anyway, but yeah. So I've seen Lambos, obviously, whatever, and you see them drive by, but I've never been like super. And I've seen them like at car shows or whatever, but I've never been like super up close and personal with them, like, you know, and being able to basically touch them and do everything else. I've never been in that situation. So, but I plan on being that way pretty soon. I mean, that's always been one of my goals and my dreams. And yeah, you might call it materialistic or whatever the case, but it is what it is, man. That's one of my goals in life, is to be able to own, you know, the luxuries of life, I guess, if you want to call it that. You know, Lambos and Ferraris and all that other good stuff that everybody else wants, right? I mean, everybody has dreams of those. But anyway, but yeah, so I figure, you know, the best way to do that, the best way for you to do that, man, whatever your dream, whatever your goal, whatever your accomplishment that you want to achieve, you got to put yourself around that, man. You have to put yourself around that situation. Like I said, if you want to own a multi-million-dollar corporation, then you got to go out and find you some multi-million-dollar corporation friends, you know? And you don't got to be their best buddies, but just be around them, you know, whatever, casually. Just, hey, how you doing? You know, introduce yourself. You got to have your... Oh, it's my wife calling. I'll be right back. So back to what I was saying. So yeah, yeah, man, you gotta, you know, like I said, you don't gotta be buddy and all this and all that, but hey, you know, like I said, just introduce yourself. Keep your name out there so that these guys know who you are. Man, anyway, so back to the, you know, back over here at Lambo, man. I didn't record it, but because, you know, it was my first time in there, so I didn't really want to overstep any boundaries. But, you know, because a lot of those, when you go into higher end dealerships like that, you know, these are a lot of these cars that, you know, 250,000 or more. You know, the SVs are 500, 600,000, because they got a lot of cars that are on consignment as well. So the ones on consignment are a little bit more, obviously, because the owner wants a cut, dealership wants a cut, so on and so forth. So like the SV that was in there, the orange one, that one was about $605,000, which, you know, again, it's a little bit over sticker because it's on consignment. So I think the original sticker is about 580 or 590, something like that. But anyway, with that being said, man, like I said, I didn't want to film everything or film myself getting into the cars and everything else, because I didn't want to overstep, you know, the boundaries. Because I do plan on going there quite often, and I eventually plan on going there to actually take delivery of one sometime here in the near future. So we'll see, man. Obviously, with you guys' support, that'll happen. But anyway, with that being said, man, yeah, so being able to sit down in one, being able to touch it. I mean, I didn't turn it on or anything like that, but just sitting down and feeling myself in there. Yes, I do fit in a goddamn Lambo. I don't care what nobody says. I fit in there. I do fit in there. You know, I mean, I fit in there like a 150-pound person, but I do fit in there, and I will definitely be able to drive one. So that's pretty cool. They do have a Urus, the Lambo truck, or the Lambo SUV. They do have one of those as well, but I think that one, it was out somewhere. Somebody took it for whatever reason, so I didn't get to look at that one. But anyway, so yeah, so the guy John, man, shout out to the guy John, to the general manager John at Lamborghini Sarasota, man, real cool guy. He was super busy, had a lot of phone calls. There was customers coming in, and you know, and he still took the time to, you know, to make sure that I was taken care of. You know, whatever pictures I wanted, whatever video I wanted, being able to sit down on one, because actually that's the reason why I didn't film it, was because you know, they you know, there's stickers and stuff all over the car, not stickers, but little signs all over the car that says, you know, enjoy the cars, or enjoy the car, whatever, but don't touch them. So normally they don't let people sit in the cars or anything like that, because you know, that said, when you get customers at this level, you know, customers at this level, echelon, right? He's like, you will be surprised of what they complain about. He said, when they come and they try to buy a car, you know, they're gonna say, you know, they'll say, hey, what's that smell? Oh, you know, somebody was sitting here, they had cologne on. Or they might say, oh man, you know, the carpet, like, you know, some people get in the car and they don't wash their feet, watch where they're stepping, or if they get the little scuff marks on the side. So if they scuff that up, then people are like, oh, that's scuffed up. And he said customers have walked out because of that before. So, you know, so they're very particular, which is understandable. I mean, if you're spending $200,000, $300,000, $400,000 on a car, $500,000 on a car, almost $600,000 on a car, you're going to make sure that thing is perfect when you buy it. Now, 2 miles down the road, when you scuff it up yourself, yeah, you're going to be upset, but it's like, oh, well, I did that, you know, whatever the case. But at the end of the day, when that thing is leaving the dealership, you want it to be super perfect, like literally, like it just came off out of the assembly line and, you know, straight to your door. That's how you want it. Like nobody's ever sat in it before. So, understandably. But anyway, so yeah, so appreciate the staff and the GM over at Sarasota Lamborghini, because they treated me well and everything else. I also met the finance manager. See, this is what it happens when you do networking, man. You know, and treat everybody well. Doesn't matter what you look like. You just come in, man. If you're humble and you're nice and you talk to people the right way and everything else. As I was in there, the the finance manager from BMW, which is literally right next door, he was in there, you know, talking to John, to the general manager of Lamborghini, and he's like, hey, how you doing? He introduced himself. I introduced myself, and come to find out he's the finance manager over there. He said, hey man, whenever you want to come by and, you know, check out some of the cars over here at BMW, feel free. So there you go. I walked over to BMW afterwards. I got his card and everything else. And actually, he wanted me to do it right then and there. Like, he said, hey, come by. We done here. If you want, you could come check out some cars over there. But, you know, I kind of ran out of time. I got to go back and pick up my kids right now. But I got his card and everything else. And he said, hey, you know, come by whenever you want. Shoot me a text. Let me know whenever you're coming by, so that way you can make sure we got something set up for you, man. So there you go. Little things like that. You know, like I said, oh, damn. I can't be I rode this whole way without my damn seatbelt. And you guys didn't tell me? Man, hold on. Man, I can't believe you guys didn't tell me that I didn't have my seatbelt on, man. That's messed up. Anyway, I was so excited, I guess, to get back on this video with you guys that I forgot to put my seatbelt on. Safety first, always. But anyway, with that being said, so yeah, so networking, little things like that. So there you go. So now I got 2 connects I could come back and do. You know, I mean, I don't know if I'll be able to take out any Lamborghinis anytime soon, but for sure I could come in there whenever I want and you know, check out their cars. But BMWs, I mean, like I said, now I could go in there and hopefully, you know, check out some of their cars. Their M3s, man, they had a nice B7 Alpina 7 Series in there. Whew. Super nice. But yeah, so hopefully I'll come back with some more content with that, man, and you know, get you guys some good stuff on the channel. With that being said, man, I appreciate you guys checking in. Make sure you guys go check out my other channel, The Road Show. Again, it's all about sports and music and things like that. You know, my thoughts and opinions on a lot of those things. I'm a Giants fan right now, so right now I'm sucking. So a lot of what I'm talking about is how much Eli sucks and how much we suck on that channel. But hey, go over there, check that out. It's going to be on the bottom of the screen right now. Also, if you have children, teenagers or below that you know, that are into YouTube and they like to watch kids channels, go check out my kids channels right now. It's going to pop up below. They do toy reviews, and they also do, like, you know, adventurous things all around the city and whenever we travel and things like that. So go check them out as well, or have your kids go check them out. They would greatly appreciate that. Other than that, man, I appreciate you guys for tuning in, man, and hey, catch you guys on the next one, man. Later.